Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the Captain McCaptain.
The Captain McCaptain. And we're at Andertons at Guildford, and we're about to try something very exciting.
We are. You guys probably know that Marshall, a year or so ago, introduced an amplifier called the Class 5.
And we did something quite exciting with that in a warehouse.
We did. And they have recently changed the spec of Class 5. So they've upgraded the cabinet it comes in, added a funky feature so it'll now run at a much lower volume. It has cured all of the sort of cabinet rattle issues that there used to be on some of the early ones. But it is still essentially the same kind of idea. 1x10, 5-watt, all-tube combo.
Class A,
yeah.
All valve.
Looks very, very cool. It's got that whole kind of vintage vibe going on. Super simple to use, just got a volume control and 3-tone controls. And so I guess a lot of people who'll be using these will probably have pedals with them to give a bit more flexibility. But we're just going to show you what the new Class 5 sounds like straight up. Using a Strat and a Les Paul and a Tele and stuff, and we'll also show you how much the volume is reduced when you click in the new low power setting. So,
how much do these retail for, Lee?
These are about £350.
Ping!
They're still made in the UK, so it's amazing value for a UK made amplifier.
And how much did the previous one retail for?
£2.99. So it's a little bit more expensive than the old one, but I guess that's reflected in the sturdier cabinet and, and the new switch feature. So it doesn't have a master volume, so there's only really one way to drive this amplifier, and that's either to use a pedal or to just turn it up. So some of the settings that we've got here that we're going to use before we switch in the low power mode are probably a little bit too loud for home use, unless you're really kind of rocking out and your neighbours have gone out. But it's some quite sweet sounding tones, so it's very vintage, kind of if you like the old Marshall Blues Breaker kind of vibe.
It's like you said previously with the Malmsteen amp, there's nothing to hide behind. If you're playing one of these and you make a mistake, you've got to edit that in video later on like I do. Stratocaster is this from Fender?
We borrowed this from Drew. It's his custom shop. I would say it's a 60s Strat closet classic. Am I right? I am right, see? It's very nice. These are about £2,000 each, and it's from Fender's custom shop, where they try to make brand new guitars look like old ones.
Yes.
And do an okay job of it.
They've done a very good job of it.
Yeah.
Even down to the cracking in the paint.
Yeah.
So the thing about Class A valve amps is that you work the volume on the guitar to get a couple of the tones you're going to use live. So for example, you stick it in an in-between setting, you back off the volume, and you get a kind of a nice clean sound. And then you crank it up and stick it on a neck humbucker. And then if you want a lead tone, you put a pedal in front.
Yeah,
and that's what everyone does, you know.
Or if you use it with a Les Paul or something with humbuckers on it, you'll see that it drives the amp much harder. Yeah. And so let's try that now. Let's swap over.
So with Les Pauls, you've got the luxury of being able to set up 2 different volume settings. They call this dialing in a Les Paul. And so I've got my neck pickup, the fat warm one here, set clean. I've got my bridge pickup set up for a nice juicy surprise, which we like.
Yes.
So again, you get this.
what you can do, of course, with this, and there is actually, what there wasn't on the first Class 5, but there now is on the new Class 5, is a matching head. So if you just want the 5-watt head version, you can, of course, run this into a 412 or something, which gives you a massive, big sort of extra amount of bass end and stuff.
Oh, it makes a really, really big difference changing the cabinet to a speaker like that.
And
So
I
a speaker
think,
to a head.
if I remember rightly, apologies here, I'm pretty sure there's an extension speaker output on the back of here, so if you did want to run this into a 412, you could run the combo as well. I think what we'll do is we'll just have a little 10-second swizz on a Telecaster like this, and then I'll show you what the low output switch does. The holy trinity of guitars, as
The holy trinity
Rob likes to call them.
of guitars.
You know how some guitars just kind of suit?
That's
my favourite one, actually, of the
that
three.
suits this for sure, absolutely.
Right, let me show you the low volume switch now.
Yes.
So, there's just a little switch on the back here, which I'll just find. And it's a dramatic drop in volume.
It's a big drop in volume. It's now, I'd say, I mean, we're probably talking louder than this will be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, whether it's quarter watt or half watt or whatever, but it's very quiet. In fact, if Rob just plays... It's bedroom level, isn't it?
It's quieter than bedroom level.
Yeah, quiet. That's great. So I think we do the same. We're here with the Les Paul and the Strat, and just kind of.
Yeah, I'll play the same thing on each so you can hear the difference in tone. Let's pull it up.
And you know what? If that's not quiet enough for you,
Then you got a problem.
there is a headphone socket as well now
Is there?
on this one, which I don't think there was on the previous one. Hope you've enjoyed checking out some of the tones that we've got out of the new Class 5. So remember, this is the one that has just been launched in March 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I think, suit a lot of guitar players, especially if you've got a few pedals, I think, to maybe spice it up a little bit. But it sounds pretty good.
I think if you want a bedroom level Class A valve small combo, this is probably the only one there is.
Well, it's certainly one of a
That
small
Marshall
number.
make.
I think that's about it. So it's over and out.
Bye!
See you next time.